We're pumping. We absolutely are zooming right now. This is the Ethereum chart, but as you guys all know, this is the Bitcoin chart. And even though there were these ideas of buy the rumors, sell the news, well, the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF is about to start trading in about 15 minutes from now. And as those numbers are ridiculously positive right now, I'll show it to you. Here you can see the numbers on the pre-market are up 25% right now. The expectation is so that over the next few hours, things are about to go insane as the expected amount of money that could flow in because of guys like BlackRock and because of some things that are coming afterwards. Oh, that could be insane. Just here, for example, the Grayscale CEO says spot Bitcoin ETF approval would unlock about $30 trillion worth of advised wealth for Bitcoin. That is, of course, over a little bit of time. But I went and bought a little red jacket, a little red suit, just now. All right, we spent a couple $100 just for this stream because I thought, what if things, what if things go? Oh, wait, let me unplug something. There we go. All right, I'm back. I just unplugged something real quick. Today is Bitcoin ETF approval day on the real terms because right now is the only day or the first day that things really can get started trading. So as I just stated, we are seeing crypto markets move up by a lot right now, like a lot. Right now, as we speak, Bitcoin is almost at 48,000. And one of the best traders I know, officially proven one of the best traders in the world, 𝗕𝗫'𝘀, this is what we covered yesterday during our stream. He also said, let me be clear, we just won a decade-long fight to make Bitcoin mainstream and available to investor portfolios worldwide. If you're not long crypto, and a lot of people are maximum long right now, because you convince yourselves some people would take profit today, then I really don't know what to tell you. Because at the end of the day, in bull markets, you see corrections, right? And today is another day where you can see a massive correction. It's just logical. But the expectation from people right now is that these guys are seeding. They're buying, and things are still happening as we speak in terms of the institutions. Obviously, it's also so that a lot of people are most likely doing some crazy arbitrage and are just preparing themselves for the BlackRock ETF and all these other ETFs. Let me just quickly, iShares. Let me just look up the ticker ourselves, so we don't have to see these updates from before. Yeah, so the price is down ever so slightly right now. It's still trading at a really respectable 20. I'm not sure if that's the trading price or just the value here. Let's see. Let's look it up on the side. I think we should look up the one right here. There we go. I was like, I don't think that's correct. Here we go. Right now, it is up 27.7% in the pre-market because the market only opens in about 10 minutes from now. That's why I wanted to get a stream going here real quick, because right now it seems that people are dumping their Bitcoin for these altcoins like crazy. And 3Digit says not zooting. I mean, I think the market is zooting, but it depends on your definition of that. I think Bitcoin going up so much, Ethereum having like the craziest day in months is pretty wild to me, but perhaps that's different to anybody. Ethereum, for example, over the last 4 days is up 25% over the last like 3 or 4 days. It's doing pretty well. Almost back to 2,700 at 26.33 right now as we speak. You said Zoom, not Zoot. Oh, okay, there we go. It's all good. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what we're waiting for, we are waiting for the approval, for the trading to start in roughly 10 minutes. So guys, if you've not done it yet, Let me know in the chat real quick where you're watching from, like always. And make sure you press that like button. We always start the videos off by everybody saying where they're watching from. Just quickly seeing if I have any updates on the phone. See if anybody said something. See if anything's going on. No, the only... Hey, look at that. We always got people from all over the world, huh? I always love that. There we go. Look at that, huh? We got somebody from Pittsburgh. Guam. Wait, really? People can watch from Guam? They have internet over there? Let's see. I wanted to show you guys this tweet. I think it is... Where is it now? Let me quickly find it from Mr. Balchunas. Might not be able to find it real quick. Anyway, I have a lot of interesting stories. Let me just open it up real quick. Mr. Balchunas. I will like the tweet. Then I can see it like so. Here we go. So Eric, the Bloomberg analyst, right? Our senior ETF analyst said, the 𝗖𝗍𝗀, which is the BlackRock ETF, has already traded $2 million worth of shares. That would be a great first full day for a normal ETF, let alone at 6 a.m. before market opening. But this volume is likely BlackRock orchestrated, slowly loading in the BYOA dollars it had lined up. Still, though, good early sign of big day. Then again, $2 million ain't that much. It's just really, really good for something that's like just starting out. And we said before, right? It's not about the first day. It's not about the start. Right now, we're still seeing slightly like a fee battle of sorts with, oh, okay, what should the fees be? Because all these guys have zero fees right now as well. We're just seeing okay, which of these guys will really start adapting it, I should say. Because even JP Morgan is still showing they're bearish, but in reality, they're not. It's just like a front they're putting up. We right now are questioning what's going to happen in all these other cases. And perhaps some major institutions are waiting still for the Coinbase case, etc., to be over. Because I asked some people around, and still some people state that it's still too risky. Then again, BlackRock putting their stamp of approval on crypto has solidified it for the years to start, for the years to go, I should say. So there's no question in my mind anymore. Is crypto going to survive? I personally think crypto can never go to zero anymore now that BlackRock joined the game. And again, we're going to see so many trillions of dollars being unlocked now that BlackRock is in. Let me just show you guys this video real quick. You'll know what I'm talking about.
I mean, it was as low as 17,000 this year.
Sure. Well, you know, Joe, I'm not one to make price predictions, but I do think there is a lot of optimism again in the market. I think a lot of investors are adding Bitcoin to their portfolios. And when we look ahead to the hopeful approval for spot Bitcoin ETFs, it really is going to unlock the opportunity to a part of the investment community that, for better or worse, but I would say for worse, has unfortunately been locked out of the opportunity to participate in having Bitcoin exposure in their portfolios. So we're really talking about the advised market here in the US, which is today about $30 trillion worth of advised wealth that we hope the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs, the uplisting of GBTC, will allow for that opportunity and for those investors to partake in it as well.
They saw from, I mean, it was as low as 17,000.
So that does not mean like $30 trillion is coming into our space directly. It just means that a lot of money is on the sidelines that did not have access to crypto just quite yet, that now will have it, which is the most important part out of all of this, if you're wondering. Anyway, I have opened up the 𝗖𝗍𝗀. Defiance daily short digitizing the economy ETF. Wait, I thought I tried to open this one, and it opens something else. Perhaps because it's not trading yet, or maybe I'm stupid. It can definitely be so, by the way. Maybe they're debating me. Can you not open this up front? Or am I doing something wrong? If you guys know, please do let me know. I'm more into crypto, not into these indices or stocks. So perhaps, you know, like the world I am living in, it never closes, right? And here we're waiting for the stock market to open. That is really funny. We have Yahoo open, though, already, but this one is rather slow. But I guess, yeah, you see there's nothing. Let's see, interval, 1 minute. Okay, there we go. So we can have a 1 minute interval here on Yahoo as well in the case that TradingView does not open. Yahoo. It's the same, bro. Yahoo, who gives a crap? Yahoo sucks. Yeah, it does. But, I mean, it's better than nothing. We're still up 26.5% right now. Once more, guys, we have about 6 minutes till opening. 6 minutes till it opens. Everybody, if you've not done it yet, get those likes in. And I want to see some predictions. Do you think crypto will pump, dump, or do nothing as the ETFs start trading in about 5 minutes from now? 5 minutes remaining. Hey, Dusty, have you covered Caspa on your channel? Yes, I think I've covered it. I can cover it again soon if you guys want it. You can always just leave coin recommendation, and I'll definitely talk about it. Dusty, you getting us all lunch? I could, for sure. We could do that. All right. We got, let's see here. Pump it up. Pump. Bitcoin pump, alts dump. Crypto Skill says pump. Atomic says nothing. Raising says do nothing. Justin says you got to pump it. Pump it up. Victor says sub 50K. Marta says pump. 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗪? Jagged? I'm not sure. Mega pump. Smiley. Do nothing. Pump. D-pump? Does it mean dominance? Moon. Pump. Nothing spectacular. Castrobator unit. Nothing. All right. I'm going to say that almost nobody says it will dump massively, which is interesting. We got the nothing pump at about a 50-50 rate. I'm going to say 60-40 pump to nothing. About 4 minutes left, guys. 4 minutes until the Bitcoin ETFs start trading. About 2 more minutes until it opens. It's all gone very quiet. Yeah, a lot of people are right now hovering the sidelines, right? Because it is a very, very strange situation we're in for Bitcoin, Ethereum, for everything. So I understand as well that people are quite confused as it's quite unconventional. This has never happened before. This is the 1 minute chart. Let's open the 1 minute chart on something like Bybit. Here we go. And let's go back to the clock. 2 more minutes. Wall Street bets are going to hit this. It's going to be interesting. Told you 3 a.m. Do you think the market could crash? It doesn't seem likely because it seems as if they're only allowed to start buying, right? Once things open. So what is it you're feeling, Dusty? Pump or no pump? I feel as if it will be very underwhelming. That's what I'm feeling. So that we're expecting something crazy, but it's going to not do too much. But KVH, for example, says open the long and set a stop loss at 0, no risk. I'm not sure if you mean at 0% profit or you mean at $0. Because the biggest trader I know, individual trader I know, has a $33 million long position open on Bybit right now. And he is still extremely positive, which leads me to believe that we're still going to be going pretty nuts. But let's see. We got a minute left, everybody. Everybody, if you've not done it yet, make sure you press that like button. Make sure you go ahead and press that notification bell because every single time something important happens, we are right freaking here. I told you guys I'd be streaming. Most people are not out here streaming today. Right now, we are here to cover this wonderful event. So if I'm wrong, by the way, It's said everywhere that the markets start opening at like 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. If it's not, by the way, yeah, I'll be very ashamed if I was wrong on that. No, I think we're right though, right? Wait a minute, I'm crawling back now. I thought the markets open at 9:30. It's true, correct? I hope so. I hope so. No trades pre-market? Let's see. All right, it's 30. No updates yet. We're seeing plus 500%, but I don't know what the freak that's supposed to mean. We're seeing plus 2,100%. I'll screenshot that for good measure. That's kind of funny looking. Plus 30%. I mean, let's see. Can we open the super chart now? I know, I'm just joking. Let's see. Here we go. Can we even open a second chart? Here's this 1 second chart, everybody. We're looking at the 1 second chart for the Bitcoin spot ETF. Wait, this is the Defiance daily short. Again, if this is the wrong thing, please let me know. I'm a little bit confused. Why does it say why does it say Defiance daily short digitizing the economy ETF? Is this the right thing? Here's Bitcoin on Coinbase on the 1 minute chart, actually coming down. Not doing too much at all. This is an interesting thought process. People are buying shares instead. So it doesn't make sense for Bitcoin to move much right now, but mostly just the shares, right? Then again, that is indirectly still Bitcoin, but... All right. There we go. This is still Bitcoin. Let's see. Wrong time? What do you mean wrong time? Somebody says after the seeds were planted, you have to wait for the shoots of life. Fair point. Fair point. Fair point. And we're looking at a 1 second chart, by the way. It's only been trading for 3 minutes. This is just the start of the start. And I guess it means almost nothing. Because right now, price-wise, ain't much happening. Ain't much happening at all. 28.64. I'm refreshing real quick. Isn't it all just priced in anyway? Partially so, because obviously on the Bitcoin front, right? Theoretically speaking, not that much should have changed. On the opposite side, this will allow for institutional money to flow into the ETFs, into those stocks, where right now that might reflect back onto crypto, because if there are such massive bullish signs on the ETF front that could reflect logically back over into the Bitcoin that we know and love. But yeah, some people are saying big money is already in. No. The big money probably won't enter for the next couple of weeks or so, right? They're like, okay, things have been filed in terms of the ETF front. Now let's start filing things ourselves, which will take a few weeks most likely. Scooby says it's about to be shorted. Expect a massive dump. I can't necessarily agree with that. Right now, we're actually still printing higher highs for Bitcoin. We're actually pumping. Bitcoin is actually pumping. We're almost back at 48,000, everybody. 48,000 has been reached for Bitcoin. Hey, cheers. Hey. So we're still pumping. Okay. We ain't doing too bad, everybody. We ain't doing too bad. That's not too bad. Then again, this is obviously just like the first 6 minutes after approval. Theoretically speaking, any move here, you know what I always hate? When you get called by spammers. I really despise that. Do you guys also get these spam calls a few times a day? Sometimes I pick up because I'm expecting a call, and it's just like, hello? 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 I'm like, you called me, motherfucker. Yeah, that's always funny. Not pumping, but something. I mean, it's not, crazy pumping, but it is, towards the good direction. So I guess it just depends on your perspective. I can't say this is too bad. Good pump. Pump! No, it's not too crazy. Let's see XRP on the 1 minute chart. Nothing too spectacular. Ethereum on the 1 minute chart is actually coming down ever so slightly. Bitcoin is keeping up the pace. Look at that. Respect the pump? I will. We're kind of like pump watching now because the BlackRock Bitcoin ETFs have started trading, but they ain't doing some. Oh, okay. We're up like, wow, we are up 2%. Ho, let's go crazy. Crazy, everybody. Wow. In theory, they're buying it for more than the Bitcoin is worth now, no? I think. And we've only been trading for like 8 minutes. So perhaps it would make sense if right now there's an interesting arbitrage going on between the stock and the actual Bitcoin price. That would be another interesting thing soon enough. The arbitrage traders between the asset value of the ETFs versus the actual Bitcoin. Peter says, do you happen to know when the money they have collected will be transferred into Bitcoin? Theoretically speaking, they are buying massive amounts of Bitcoin today. So, but it just depends because you're never going to know realistically. These guys are allowed to buy at certain spots. You never know if they really will. But I believe they were allowed to buy they were expecting how much? Billions of inflows today? 2 billion? I don't remember exactly. worth of volume, perhaps. Ow. Let's see what the number was. I don't remember exactly. Perhaps they're only buying like $10 million worth. I don't remember the exact numbers. Because obviously it's about expectations. I don't have it open anymore. I don't remember exactly what the numbers were on that. Somebody says, looks like a sell the news event. Honestly, if it was a really sell the news event, the price would have gone down rather quickly, right? It would have been like, oh, it started trading? Zoot! But the fact that it didn't is really interesting to me because we actually are continuing the pump. I'm not sure why there's a difference between this name right there, and it says Defiance Daily Short Digitizing the Economy ETF, but it is tracking the price quite accurately, and it comes up when you press the IBIT ETF. So I don't know why that's the case. It's up 31% today. It's doing pretty well. I mean, a couple percent for something like this is pretty significant. Guys, we're pumping hard. $48.5 thousand. Whoa. $48. Oh. You know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Okay. As of this point, the expectation is quite correct, or I would say the reality is quite correct to expectation. A little bit like underwhelming, but at the same time, a pretty juicy pump. But I think a lot more of us were expecting some more volatility, which I can't say this is the craziest we've seen, but it is a nice trajectory up, though. Look at that. Over the last few hours, it's doing pretty well. 48.6K. Look at XRP. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's up 2% over the last 15 minutes. And it's doing well, but... Ooh, okay, let's see. From yesterday, it's up how much? 12% or so today. Okay, not bad at all. But I'd say the more interesting one to watch right now is Bitcoin, guys. You know, for sure. It's way more interesting to watch this right now. I bought a red suit for nothing, I guess, huh? Oh, holy shit. Huh. We can just open both of these, by the way. I'm not sure why I'm doing it in such a stupid manner sometimes. Guys, if I do stupid stuff, just tell me, man. Come on. Wow, it's zooting. Look at that. It's doing really well. Obviously, there's not much history to this one just quite yet. But it's up a pretty juicy amount already. It's up like 5% over the past couple of minutes. Had to clean the keyboard after that sneeze. Hey, my bad, brother. Hey, how many of you guys were notified that we were live streaming? Did you get a notification or no? Sometimes I don't know why YouTube is that strange with notifications. If you do not have your notification bell on, can highly recommend you guys to do so. No way. We're actually going to 49,000. Who said a little dump? Only on the ETF front, the Bitcoin price is still pumping. 48.8. 48.9. 40. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're at 48.9. 48.9. But you guys also want an XRP chart? Damn. It's going to become really small, though. I can. Let's open up a third one for XRP. If you want that. The XRP price is not doing too much, guys. Ethereum is more correlated, it seems. Whoa! Look at that pump for ETH. Wow. 48.904. Ethereum pumping like crazy. Dump. We're doing really well. We are doing really, really well right now. Look at all those numbers. Look at those numbers. We're pumping. Look at those numbers. Look at those numbers. This is always funny. If you now go check your portfolio, if you're holding Bitcoin, ETH, and whatnot, it's always nice to see these type of days are where things all of a sudden move a lot. And that's nice. But then you look back tomorrow, and all of a sudden you're down 20% again. And so you regret checking. I have that often. You know what I mean? So if you check now, your portfolio looks so juicy. But then if you look back in the morning, for example, everything's disgusting. Because all of a sudden everything's come back down. So that's why it's always annoying to look at the top. I'm not saying this is the top. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's annoying to do so. Uniswap is crazy. I'm up big time. What are you guys trading? What's everybody going for right now? Everything's pumping. ENS is up 50%. Ethereum Classic 50%. Sui 30%. Mantle 24. Blur 24. Astar 21. Rocket Pool 20, Helium 17, Fetch 18, Polkadot 17, Arbitrum 17, Beam 17, Cardano 16, IMX 16, Say 16, Axie Infinity 15, Flow 13, Near 16, FTT 15, Bitcoin Cash 9, I'm not sure why that's in the list, Mina 15%, Rune 13% up, Alpha 14%, AR everything is up 14%-ish, it seems. Wow. You know, I don't, this is always funny. When I check, I have like different ledgers, right? And I just checked one of the ledgers And that's really funny to see. Let's see. This ledger's doing pretty well. Nah, let's not say that. Never mind. Oh, Ethereum dump. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Aren't we still in a trade, guys? Let me quickly go ahead and check. Obviously, the company still has trades open, but I'm seeing, don't we, as Dusty Trades, didn't we open a trade as well? Let's see real quick. I can't remember. We have one Bitcoin long. Oh, this is interesting. This is a very interesting one. I'll show you. Give me a second. We have one Bitcoin long. That's right here. But it's only a 5x. But it's open at roughly what? 35,000. That's one on the Dusty account. Let's see. I have an AVEX long up. I didn't even know that. Oh, so we have an AVEX long as well. I didn't remember, but we have it. It's at 47%. I'm not sure why my brain can't properly find the camera sometimes. I don't know that. Oh, we wait, what? Oopsie floopsie. We messed up, boys. We messed up. You guys want to see? I messed up a bit, I guess. I have an ADA long that's like 70% in a loss. Okay, that's not good. What else do we have? Oh, and we have our Solana trade that's still up 318% as well. Okay, that's the main account. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. This is Dusty Trades. So this is the one we opened together. One of the last ones. No, this is our standard. This is the one I just kept open when I started the channel. So we are a 10x long since 42. So 170% profit. This is the longer lasting one if you're wondering what the prices are doing. Here you go. We are still kind of going sideways, which is why I didn't show it. That's the Dusty Trades one. Let's see. I also have my one that we opened a while back on stream as well. Let me show it to you as well. This one, you can just see it like this. I think it's in about, here we go. Can you see it? This is a trade we opened together, I think with 5,000 bucks or something. I don't remember exactly. Can you see it? So we're roughly 10,000 bucks in profit on this one. 700% though. But it's open at 28.5K. So it's 10,000 bucks. And the funniest part about this is, you guys told me, Dusty, let's open a long during a live stream. And I was like, okay, let's try it. And then I forgot that we did so. And I just closed the stream and never closed my position. And then at some point, I think we hit like 42K. And I was like, you know what? We're going to keep it open forever now. And so I'll just hold on to it. Coming back down. We're dumping. We're dumping. No, everybody panic. No. Oh, we're falling back down a bit, huh? This is the funniest part about crypto. Dun, 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 dun. Short position open. Let's go red, baby. Hey, what positions you guys open right now? Chill, man. I'm just joking around. What do you guys have open? What are you guys going for? Any longs, shorts? What are you guys trading? Somebody says XRP is trash. Honestly, like, I'm looking at the portfolio, and XRP is indeed quite trash in terms of the performance. I mean, over the 1 year, it says it's up 57%, but I'm not sure if it didn't just put more XRP in. Let's see. Damn. Oh, shit. Did you know I actually had myself free bonk on the Solana phone? I bought this phone, I think, for about $700. And apparently there's like a couple $100 worth of bonk on this phone. That's really nice. I bought this a while back. I also made a tutorial for the phone. How do you say it? Like an overview. But I found it so ugly that I did not dare to post a video. Tum. How did bro not know about the bonk on the phone? Oh, obviously, I knew about the bonk on the phone. I didn't know it was that much. I thought it was like $40 worth of bonk that you'd get. I didn't know it would actually, when I got the phone, still be worth a couple $100. I thought it would only be, you know, everybody's hyped up. Wow, okay, it's $600. But then once I got the phone, it'd be like 30 or 40. But no, it's still, I think, like 400 or so. There's, I think, 2 coins that you get. I think the one is called ACX or something like that. I don't remember what the other coin is called. I didn't check it yet. So, interestingly enough, you might say XRP is garbage, but I do believe XRP will do really, really well now that the ETFs are coming for Ethereum and XRP. I'm going to be honest with you. And this red blazer cost me a couple $100. I just bought it. I went literally, I made a video, right? Went to the store, got myself a little shiny suit, and I was debating, but I couldn't find a green one. So I went for red, because that's the next best thing, right? And I wanted it to be shiny, because I thought that's kind of what we go for in this stream right now. I thought shiny was good. Velvety, shiny-ish type of thing. Couldn't find green, unfortunately. And the shop looked at me like, why are you buying that? I was like, don't worry about it. I know what I'm buying it for. Peter Pan says, you shouldn't put your entire rent or entire salary into crypto. Sell now so you can pay your rent. Everybody, if you've got 100% of your portfolio in crypto, you're like me. If you've got 100% of your money in crypto, you're pretty much like me. If you cannot afford your rent anymore, you might not be making the best decisions there, my friend. You might not be making the best decisions if you cannot pay your rent no more. You might want to reconsider. I'm not your financial advisor. But if you can't pay rent because you spent every single cent on crypto, I like your style. We can definitely have a little drink together, because that's maniac type of behavior. But it ain't, it might not be the wisest decision ever. But don't take advice from me. So I don't know, man. But damn, that is balls deep. And I appreciate that faith. I wish I was that reckless. Are you a disguised bull? I'm not telling you what I am. No, I have like the most massive short open. Wouldn't that be kind of funny? I wore this red jacket to kind of show it to you. I'm saying, no, we're going to pump. Massive $20 million short open right now. Tega says, but when it pays off, he'll go from homeless to millionaire. That is the funny part about it, right? That is the funny part about it. That right now, somebody's playing around with the rent money. And if it goes bad, everybody will laugh at it. But if it goes well, we'll be like, oh, that guy was a hero. Is the XRP buyback happening? I'm not sure which buyback you're referring to. Oh, I saw a pump right there. Do you trade by technical analysis or do you just go by intuition? I do not go by intuition. That is gambling. But I will say, we can do it for fun in these streams sometimes. I wouldn't say trading on intuition, based on nothing is the best. I feel like going long. Let's go. It can work, but only in a bull market. Don't do that in a bear market, my friend. Then again, you can definitely do well by just being a degenerate. I swear to you, one thing. Take this to heart. What I'm saying right now, remember this really well, all right? This is a little bit of truth that I'm sharing with you here. If I could go back in time, and I have to tell you my one biggest mistake, it's not being degenerate enough. I think this is just a bias we all kind of have, and that is you'd rather, for the most part, not make money than lose it. So you'd prefer to just not make certain sets of money and skip out on opportunities in case you were to lose money. Do you guys understand what I mean? Let's say you've got $1,000, right? You'd prefer to just not turn the 1,000 into 2,000 than lose the 1,000. Because at least then you still have $1,000. But what if I up the stakes a bit? You invest 1,000 with the potential to get 10,000, and worst case you lose 1,000. If the probability of that is 0.505, so 50-50, you should always take that. However, if you don't calculate it and you're just thinking about it, like, oh, should I risk my money? I can lose it all. You wouldn't take it. But if you see the numbers, right? And you like statistics a little bit, you're like, okay, 0.5, so the probability is 50% that I'm going to 10x it. Probability is 50% I'm going to lose everything. You should always take that. You have some very juicy EVs on that. Of course you're going to take it. If it's a roulette wheel, right? And you only bet red every single time. Because we don't go for black. I mean, I got both of them for the roulette wheel, but all right, still. If you were to go for red every single time, and it's not 2 odds, or it's not like, 2 odds, but it's 10. So you have a 50% chance of winning, about 49 or whatever. But instead of doubling your money, you 10x your money. You would always keep pressing red every single day. When it comes to crypto, though, people are like, I don't know. And when it comes to these decisions, which are not so obvious, then it's just hard to see. So anyway, my point being here, my biggest mistake was that I kept thinking, but I don't want to lose money again. And when you see crazy amounts of money in your portfolio, often people think, you know what? Might not be wise to invest it again. Just keep going for it in a bull market. Because we're just at the start of the crazy numbers. And people start talking about these shorts. As I said, I don't like opening short positions in bull market. Yes, you can win. Yes, it can work. But it's so risky. Whereas just DCAing into long positions is way easier and just as, if not more profitable. Hey, Tyke, what do you mean when you say we don't go for black? What do you mean when you said that we don't go for black? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say with that, my friend? Get ready for the Bitcoin short. If you're opening a short, it's literally the spin of a Do I have any? You know what I also do, by the way? I'm not sure if you guys are interested in that. I collect different currencies, like This is all worth like nothing, I think. It's all like these banknotes from different countries. This is Bank of Korea, like 10,000 won. This, I'm not sure which country this is from. Malaysia. It's all Malaysia, I think. What is this one? Oh, also Malaysia? I just go out there and collect cash sometimes. We have a lot of different things. We have... I'm just doing this to fill up the meantime, by the way. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗪𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 We have Singapore. Hey. We have, just for fun, I was like, why not? Something here. More Singapore. I should order this at some point. We have here some bots from Thailand, South Africa. We have here, I think maybe Taiwan, maybe? Not sure which country this is from. Perhaps Taiwan, perhaps something else. Or maybe, I don't think it's Hong Kong. What is this? We have here Hong Kong. Okay. Okay. Somebody says let's go to a gentleman's club. We have here, I like this one. I like Vietnam the most because it feels like you're crazy rich, right? These are all 500,000 bills. I don't think they're worth anything. They might be like worth like a couple bucks. But it's kind of funny. The flex is real. I'm flexing on you with like $50. Which country is this? Any of you guys know? Can any of you read Chinese? Could be Taiwan. Could be China. I don't remember. Where is this from? Why do they not write in English? I guess because they don't have to. Me as an ignorant fool. Which country is that from? Some Asian money. I like that. Thank you. Nepal. All right. We have Vietnam. They also in Vietnam have like paper money that looks so fake. It's kind of funny. Singapore. We have a little 20. Some United States dollars. Doubloons. All right. That's nice. We have some Swedish money. Is anybody from Sweden here? Or is this the other one? I never know. The kroner from your country? Okay, maybe I'm filling up this with like... I'm just messing up people's brains. This is from one of those countries, I think. 200 kroner. But don't ask me which of these countries it's from. 200 kroner. 100 kroner. Anybody from a country like that in the chat? Did you go to those countries? Of course. Guys, do you see me sitting still? Anyway, that was my little collection of sorts. Let's stop this stupidity now. Pelosi and something says, let's see. What is this? Oh, this was Hong Kong. I get it's personal opinion, but I don't see how people are sleeping on what Ripple is doing. Share love for Bitcoin, but Ripple XRP will have their time. So my honest response to that is, I do believe they will see their time. So in that sense, I do still think XRP is in a pretty good spot. My honest opinion on that is so. However, and this is one of the most important things to understand, you gotta buy, in my opinion, you gotta buy whatever's trendy at the time. And right now, XRP's value proposition is getting better and better by the day. But the last couple of months, if there was nothing too crazy about it, if there's nothing exciting, Yeah, you can say Ripple's tech is amazing. Chainlink's tech is amazing. It doesn't mean that Chainlink's price will do the best. Vice versa with something like Filecoin. Okay, sure, tech is good. The proposition is amazing. If there's no hype there, if people are not in it at the time, then it's not best to go for it. So, is XRP amazing? So, we're not doing too well on the ETF. But regardless, I hold a lot of XRP, as you guys know. I'll keep holding it on for a very long time. I don't care what others say. But make sure you don't need anybody else to tell you if it's good or bad. Because if you don't know for sure, then I'd say it's always easier to go for something trendy. Because XRP might not be the most short-term holds of sorts. It's not a stable coin, but it lacked that hype, which a lot of other coins were having right now. Let me go pee. Give me like a minute, 30 seconds. I will do my best to make it quick. Okay, Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? What if I go to the toilet for like a minute and all of a sudden crypto prices just go insane, huh? Wouldn't that be funny? Where can I find the ETF chart? Well, it depends. You can find it on Yahoo or you can find it on TradingView under IBIT, but the name is a little bit strange, so I don't know. This is the price there. It's the same though, so it's fine. Anyway, guys, by the way, link down below for a free $500 trade. If you're not watching from the US, check out the link down below to Bybit. It's a pretty juicy opportunity because it's free money. So if you right now want to place a trade and you're like, oh, what should I do? You can get yourself a nice juicy $500 position with the link down below. So it is pretty cool. Just saying. Just letting you know. And if something crazy happens, you already know we're going to be live streaming it. So you might wanna put that notification bell on for further updates. Just saying. We're just checking out, because honestly, things are moving crazy, but the IBIT ain't doing so well. It's seen better times. On the Bitcoin front, it's still doing pretty nicely, still trading above 48,000. Ethereum is still actually creeping up and up and up, interestingly enough. How many of you guys are not subscribed, by the way? How many of you guys is this like the first video for? I sometimes wonder. You guys want to know a little fun side story as well? Often people say, oh, Lambo, Ferrari, this, that. You know, I honestly think that for most people, things like that are not necessarily a very good choice to buy. It's a different story for a different day. I'm not sure why I want to go on the advice route. Even one of my friends, I think he's now maybe 45, 50-ish. He also now says, I want to, at one point in my life, still go for a Ferrari. He can afford it. He just feels like he's too old for it. But then he's like, whoa, but I kind of feel like... It's like, it's kind of a funny story. By the way, this, what I'm doing now, this means nothing. It's just for fun. This is a 1 minute chart. So some people will tune in and be like, Dusty, what are you doing? We're just for fun. We're just looking around. We're just messing around. Dusty, are you still bullish on STX? Yeah, I think they're still amazing. Dogbird says the titles are terrible. Always need to be aware of some danger. I mean, I think from now on, I can be slightly more lenient with the titles. But the last couple of days were some of the most important days for crypto. Today is by far the most pivotal, most crucial day for crypto we have seen in years. And from here on forward, things are probably going to get a bit easier. But every single day here, you could have literally woken up with the craziest of changes. So I think it was quite important. And I'll tell you another thing. If you've been making videos like me for 7 years straight, it becomes quite difficult to come up with titles, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Every title I've used like 3 times. It's like, well, what really encompasses the video that we are talking about now? Can I go to sleep now? Yes, you can. I think you can. Because right now, yeah, I think the massive move is still most likely not here. Bitcoin actually came up, went for a pump, and now is coming back down. It went for like an excitement type of pump. The 𝗖𝗏𝗃 ETF is actually coming down. It's now lower than the point at which it started at. So we can see a massive dump in Bitcoin coming up soon. But the massive volatility is like now versus hours away. You don't know. It's probably just going to be at some point that these Bitcoin holders get scared and it falls off. If I had to make a choice, guys, I would not buy any Bitcoin anymore. Only go for altcoins. Only go for things like Ethereum and XRP, etc. XRP, if you asked me last week, I would have said no, don't buy it, because it didn't have the hype, it didn't have the excitement. But now, since the XRP ETFs were speculated upon, I do believe they will come as well. It's a way better value proposition. And for some reason, this video does not seem to load for me. I don't know why, guys. But everything Ethereum related is just on fire right now. And it does make sense for this to kind of continue on for a bit. Crypto market almost back to 2 trillion, huh? We're going to be there soon. Ethereum pumping. Cardano pumping. Avalanche pumping. Oh, look at those gains, everybody. This is what you'll see in altcoin season every living day. You're going to wake up, boom, more pumps. You're going to wake up, boom, more pumps. You're going to wake up, boom, more pumps. Every single day. This is if you're not here back in 2017 or you're not here back in the 2021 days. But even 2021, it was kind of, wow, Bunk is also pumping again, up 27% today. Look at those gains. Look at those gains, everybody. Interestingly enough, Ethereum Classic is the best performer of the day in the top 100. Let's see the next little list. Just for fun, let's see the 100 to 200 range, which coins are doing well. For some reason, the internet is very slow. Oh, 𝗵𝗃 is also up 20% today almost. Bitcoin Gold. You know, I never claimed Bitcoin Gold. I think you can also claim Bitcoin Gold if you were holding Bitcoin a couple years back. But all the sites were really scammy. So at the time, I think for every 1 Bitcoin, you also got 1 Bitcoin Gold, if I remember correctly. So that could still be a juicy amount of money you could claim for free. But now, even if you have 10 Bitcoin, it's only $300. So it's not that amazing. Whoa, Dogbird says he opened a 20x short on Bitcoin at 48.7 thousand. Let's see how it goes. Heavy, my friend. You are somebody that I hold close to my heart. And that is balls, right? Ethereum breaking down. Yeah, shorts are in a really good spot right now because the 𝗖𝗏𝗃 ETF has peaked at like $30 and right now it's fallen a little bit. But if the 𝗖𝗏𝗃 recovers, it seems there's a bigger chance that Bitcoin and ETH will also recover. And as of this point, I'm neutral. I'm very, very neutral. It's a really strange, scary game. You know, I also got myself some gloves. I should buy some white gloves. With this little suit thingy, some white gloves. Looking like a real maniac then, huh? Should put the other one on. There we go. Pendle price discovery. What do you think XRP will hit? You still believe it will go to the moon? I still am really bullish on XRP. And out of all the time, right now is one of the better times to buy it on. Like before, if you asked me this a couple weeks ago, I would have said no. But XRP is getting to a better and better spot. Bitcoin is getting to a worse and worse spot right now. Hey, we're seeing some recovery. It seems that the IBIT is showing where the Bitcoin and Ethereum prices are going next. So specifically Bitcoin, right? This one had one recovery candle. Bitcoin didn't yet, but right after it's also recovering. It's interesting how this one might be lagging by a few minutes. XRP is a long-term investment. So this is, again, where things get difficult because on the channel, I prefer to talk about things on the short term. I don't really want to talk to people about, hey, you see, IBIT is recovering. And now the other two, as kind of like lagging indicators, are also moving along. I don't like to talk too much about these very long-term investments. No sound? There is sound, my friend. And the reason I don't like to talk about long-term investments so much is because if you're only thinking about long-term, you're missing so many gains on the short term. The reason I make these gem videos, etc., is because I know from experience that many people will be able to get $1,000 right now and turn it into 10, 20 over the next few weeks or perhaps a few months. Why only think, ooh. Does that reflect onto Bitcoin as well? Let's see. If Bitcoin reflects to the downside right now, then it seems to really be correlated with like a 1 minute behind or something. But yeah, why only go for long term? We can also go for short term. Sorry, Dusty, I'm a hodler on XRP. Are you only holding one coin as well? Only one coin? That is riskier than having many, I'd say. Will ADA pump hard in alt season? ADA is not having the hype that it had last run, so it's less of a priority for me to buy this season. Yeah, it seems to really be that Bitcoin's perpetuals are 1 minute or so behind the IBIT. You see, IBIT came down, and Bitcoin that minute afterwards also came back down. So if you're a scalper, you want to quickly go try and trade things, this might be something you can do. Look at IBIT and then quickly go for Bitcoin. Love you, by the way, Dusty. I've been watching for 4 years. 4 years. That is insanity. 4 years. That's crazy. That is really wild. Is 3 a good bot or no? Yeah, it's pretty good. That's how I lost a lot of money with 3 but sure. I've lost some good money. And also, when I say I've lost good money, some of you guys don't understand the mental capacity you need to lose great sums of money, right? When I was in Monaco, like this is, I think last year, right? May. When I was in Monaco for the Formula One, Rand came up to me as well. This is from Crypto Banter. And he says, you know how it feels to, blah, blah, blah. And he went on a little story. It's a little sad story about suicide and things. But he then says, he's never felt as bad because he just lost $100 million in like a couple days. And I was like, ooh, I understand. I don't fully understand that pain, but I understand to have worked all your life and all of a sudden you lose almost everything, even though let's say it's only half his money. I don't know how much he's got. That was an interesting thought process to me. Whereas a lot of people are annoyed they just lost themselves like a couple $1,000s or a couple $100 or even like $20. This guy is out there losing $100 million in a few days. That must not feel too good, huh? And dare I say as well, to lose it means you had it. To which extent I can say that it is feel different the more money you got to think about that you can lose it all right now. It's all relative. Of course, I understand. I'm not a freaking idiot. I'm not an imbecile. I understand it's all relative, guys. I'm just saying that making money, right? Making all the money is one thing. But then all of a sudden, people think, people think like, oh, having money is everything. But it's now also a stress that you can lose everything again, if you understand what I mean. And some people forget that now all of a sudden, because you have something, you can always think about losing it all. And people say, oh, it's idiocy to lose it all. You see, this is always where I think you might never have seen it, because to make it, usually there's a lot of risk involved. And so whatever made it can also lose it to a certain degree. Now, it's hard to lose all your money again, but the hardest part about having money is to make sure you keep it or that it grows over time. Because trust me when I say that once you get into this, even now, 589 viewers, let's go. That's funny. Even now in this crypto space, theoretically speaking, if you have all your wealth in crypto, you can be broke tomorrow. If you have all your money in crypto, it can happen. Let's say you have all your money in cash, but you lived in Argentina, for example. You can be screwed tomorrow. Right now, not anymore because they're getting away from the peso, et cetera, et cetera. Let's think of something else. Nearly anything you can think of, it ain't as safe as you perhaps might think it is. And so you say, oh, but I diversify. Well, yeah, but then to lose, for example, half your money still hits like a freaking truck, because that might be 25 years of your life that you just worked for that money. And so, oh, I diversified, so I only lost half. You lost half of everything you've ever worked for. That still could be a very, very significant hit. And 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗍𝗍 says, if you got totally broke, would you have the skills to build it back up again from, let's say, 1K? Of course. It's not about losing everything. I think you won't. It's hard to lose everything, but it's not that hard to lose great sums or to lose a good percentage. And the fact is that it's still an interesting thought that you're losing just so much, and it takes so much mental fortitude. And I think a lot of people underestimate how hard it is to make crazy sums of money. There was this guy who was long a bonk. Let me see. Let me take this freaking glove off. Let me see if I can find him. Let me tell you a little fun story. Where's this guy? Do you guys know the name of the guy? Who is the bonk guy? Don't worry, I'm going to look it up. Give me a second. All right, here we go. I found him. 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗍𝗍. Here we go. So, this guy, right here, he bought, I think, $14,000 or so worth of bonk, and he turned it into, let's say here, $10 million or so, or maybe it's this guy right here. Don't care, don't know, doesn't matter. I think it's this guy because this one got 3 million views. So he opened this position, and you can see at some point, it was $5 million in profit off of 16,000, I think it was. He says it's the test net, don't know, don't care. It's about the idea here, right? But before that, it was 2 million. And before that, it was 1.4 million. And before that, it was only 1 million. I'm saying only, but that's still crazy. Before that, it was only 589,000. Before that, it was only 300,000. Before that, it was only 57,000. So the point here being, it's extremely freaking hard to open up a trade with $16,000 and to hold it while you see 57,000 worth of profit. Now 306,000 worth of profit. Now you see 589,000 worth of profit. Now you see $1 million worth of profit. Now you see $1.4 million. Now you see $2 million. Now you see 5 million. Now you see 10 or 11 million dollars worth of profit. At which point do you cash out? And then again, now you're always going to think about that ride. But theoretically speaking, this person lost, I think, maybe half of his position again over time, because I don't think he sold everything like at that point. I don't remember exactly what he did. Not sure what this all means. I thought he, however, did not sell for the most part, and people were laughing at him for that. Can't remember exactly. But the point being there, all of a sudden then, you've got $11 million to your name. And then all of a sudden, because you didn't sell, it just comes back down. But then, you know, over time, perhaps. Hope we get 𝗓𝗓 drop 12 today. Hope 𝗓𝗓 goes crazy one day. I think 𝗓𝗓 can do really well, but I don't like 𝗓𝗓. Not so much, I should say. Like, I met up with them, I think last year in Singapore, maybe. And I didn't really like their attitude, so I stepped away from 𝗓𝗓 at all. Most of the time when I meet people from a team, they're really cool people. And the ones I didn't like are the employees of Ripple. Almost none of them were nice to me. And the 𝗓𝗓 employees. Or 𝗓𝗓, all those guys at 𝗓𝗓. I didn't like them too much. And I'm a very open and honest dude. Which is, if you're cool to me, I'm very cool to you. And I'm always happy to talk about exactly whatever you guys want. If you want news on a certain crypto, I'll definitely talk about it. But then when I meet up with them and they're like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, ooh, okay, didn't expect that. Not sure why you got to be like that. And it just made me like step away from 𝗓𝗓. I didn't like their attitude. I didn't like their approach on some things. So I'm not a big supporter of them. Haitian says, I've been in your Patreon for 2 years. No updates? Oh, Haitian, you know what you can do? Perhaps what I'll do is a little AMA session, a little Ask Me Anything. Because indeed, Patreon has been dead for a while. I'll go on there and schedule in a session where you guys can all ask some questions. Don't sign up for Patreon right now, because we're thinking of opening a different group. But I'll get everybody that signed up for Patreon something special then, so don't worry. I will not forget everybody that did sign up. But there have not been updates in a while, you're right. But I'll get you guys something cool. I will not forget. I will look at all the details, and whenever I launch something else, I'll make sure you guys are good. So don't worry about it. I won't forget. You closed it? Don't worry, it's all fine. I'll take a look. Airsoft Master says, what is this that you're using to view these graphs? Is it where exchange? Well, I'm not sure what you wrote. There's a link down below. I'll show it to you if I have it in the description. If you go to my description, you scroll down a bit, there's a link to TradingView. You know, I had a partnership with them, and then I never talked about it once, so I just pay for my own TradingView now, but it's okay. I don't think you can press that link for some reason in the chat. Anyway, there's a link in the chat and a link in the description. Basically, it's so. If you're a content creator and you want to talk about certain things, you might get it for free. But I never talked about it, so I just pay for it myself. Every single time it goes on sale, usually I buy it. Because the bought version is so much better than the free version. But if you're not doing anything, you're not doing any trading, you just want to check out some things, just use the free version, man. Just be simple. Don't overbuy some things. I like to buy anything I can to make my flow better. Because worst case, I think the worst thing I bought was Glassnode. I think that was like $800 a month, and I used it maybe once a month to make some tweets on it. But I was like, okay, if it increases the workflow, if it makes things better, you buy it. Before, I used to always have this attitude of, no, save as much money as possible, be efficient. And I was like, you know what? If things can make your work better, your stuff better, buy it instantly. Don't think about it too much. Same thing for like screens and the camera. The reason I bought a $5,000 camera, just because I thought, the videos might be a little bit crispier, you know. And I have multiple cameras now, but I never use them. There's one right there. Another one that you almost never get to see. Right now, prices ain't doing too much, ladies and gentlemen. We are not moving at all, actually. Oh, we're going down a little bit. We're at like 47.6 thousand. It's like where we started like a few hours ago. But that guy in the chat that just said he's opening a short at 48.7, he's G of the week. What a man. What a man. He's laughing in the monies right now. That guy's doing good. Spot Bitcoin ETFs crossed $1.2 billion in trade volume in the first 30 minutes of trading, it says. And somebody linked this chart that compares Bitcoin to gold. And it just showcases just how much could still happen to Bitcoin over time. I mean, anyway, all this stuff we're talking about here is like short-term stuff. When do you think we'll see real move from the ETF being approved? Theoretically speaking, this was a real move as Bitcoin just pushed to 49,000. So it was definitely a big move. But throughout the next couple of days, we'll probably see a lot of volatility. What do you think about mint layer? Not sure. Slow increase. It's anybody's guesses at this point, guys. What a crazy day, though. Do you think Bitcoin can go under 47? Man, it can. I mean, literally, if the IBIT stock keeps trading down lower, it's most likely also going to continue on for Bitcoin like that. Hey, please don't spam in the chat like that. I can see your question. Even if you just write once, I see it, but there's more questions to cover. So what I think about trading bots, I use trading bots all the time, and I talk about them on Dusty Trades. However, to copy them, we're setting it up, but it takes time because if there's one thing wrong with the bots, you can lose everything really quickly. And I know because I've had it before that I lost a good chunk of money because your bot was wrong. So I want to make sure things are good, but it takes time. However, one of the easy things to do with bots is just set DCA strategies up. So for example, if you have certain sets, not sure what that was. If you have certain sets of different levels at which you, oh, why did I open it here? Give me a second. Here we go. If you have certain prices that you would prefer to buy Bitcoin at, for example, if you look at the daily on a chart, and you, for example, want to buy at every blue line, it's a lot easier to set this up with bots to buy at, for example, every time the price goes down 3%, every time the price goes down 8%, this, that, than to do it manually. Theoretically speaking, you can always put in limit orders, for example, to buy at every one of these levels, and that can be pretty easy. But bots can do it percentage-wise, which might be easier to do, or just strategies in that nature. If you want to have a bot that does everything, then you're looking for a miracle because no bot does everything. But bots can make the flow and the process that you already had in your head slightly easier. There are algorithmic trading bots, but at the end of the day, you have to insert the parameters and details yourself. And there are people who set up trading bots that have worked pretty well in bull markets or that have worked slightly well in bear markets. But for the most part, guys, and I'll tell you this honestly, if you're using a bot from somebody else, for the most part, what they're doing is just, ooh, we're falling down, is just longing the market. Most trading bots, what they'll do over the next few months is just look for deeper positions and just go long with more money. If you give them money, that's what they'll do. They'll just open deeper positions, but that's because it's a bull market and that's the best strategy for right now. So I honestly think that's what most of them are up to right now. So if you're looking for a strategy, the perma long strategy ain't half bad. And that just means that whenever it goes deeper, you also increase your long positions. That is a proven working strategy that will most likely work throughout time. It's one of the easiest ones to go for. That's the one I kind of commit to myself. We're falling, guys. We're falling. No. And I says, will be some pullbacks, but remember, it's the first day of Bitcoin being traded. But from now until the halving, it's going to be crazy. I don't think so. I think it's going to actually not be too crazy until we get close to the halving again. Or there's, for example, a Ripple settlement announcement where the number of fine that they're going to pay. Or there's the Bitcoin or XRP ETF type of story. But right now, we're like in the middle. What about neutral bots? Do you mean scalpers of sorts, or what do you mean? Do you mean a neutral bot in the sense that they're just arbitraging, so they stay in USDT, for example, and quickly move in and out over? Or what do you mean when you say neutral bots? Or is it a specific brand of bots? Let's also add here, there are so ridiculously many trading styles that you can go for. So many different things work. You got to just find whatever works for you and stick to it. And just become the best in that specific area. One of my friends is one of the best cross-exchange arbiters, meaning he, for example, puts orders on Binance and then puts Quick Taker on Bybit because it works for him. But it takes a lot of knowledge because you got to know your market. If you just... starting to get a little bit limp. If you just try attempting that without prior knowledge, you're going to fail. But if you focus on it hard, those things can really become your whole job, if you know what I mean. How do you learn about all this? Just Google it. Just YouTube it. The honest truth is most things you need, you'll find on YouTube. It's just that people are too lazy. I swear. If there's one thing I could tell you, it's that nothing is necessarily hard, but you really have to commit time. So it's just about laziness. If you really want to put in the effort and your wit allows for it, keep looking it up. And you'll find most that you need. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need no guide. You don't need no guidance. If you can't learn it from all the YouTube videos, then this ain't for you. The other way is to go into a firm that works in it already, but that's the more difficult approach. We're dumping, everybody. We are not doing too well. We are below 47,000, everybody. We're dumping! Leave the ship! The Bitcoin ETF price is dumping! Everybody's crashing down! Hurry up, everybody! No! What do you think about spot grid trading bots? You mean like the ones on OKX or something, or BitGet? I'm not sure if I used those before. Are you 5 years old? Next week we'll be back to boring. Obviously, in the center of things, from next week on forward, for example, a lot of institutions will start. Obviously, it's Thursday now. A lot of institutions now have noticed, hey, the Bitcoin ETF has been approved, it's been opened, let's look into it. But the question is, how direct do you see those effects, and how much can you attribute to a specific institution? From a lot of these institutions, you're not going to notice they're in until they're in, and they actually until they actually announce it themselves. And theoretically speaking, a lot of the public companies obviously will have to put up that they're actually buying, etc. but they might only do so like a month after, for example. And so it's going to be hard to attribute something to a specific company buying in. Also, from that perspective, it's a hard question as to whether or not we can attribute more of this to just guys like BlackRock seeding their investment and these guys buying it through the likes of BlackRock, through their stock, versus them directly. Because theoretically speaking, the Bitcoin ETFs opening up will allow for a lot of the liquidity from the asset managers. But I think for the most part, that will be into the BlackRock ETFs, etc. And I wonder what the direct correlation to the Bitcoin price is going to be for that, if these guys actually buy through something like BlackRock. It would make sense if Bitcoin, like we just saw, is a slightly lagging indicator of what happens to the ETF, but I wonder how that's going to correlate in the near future. So are you 5 years old? He's waiting for an answer. Maybe. On OKEx, they have neutral bots. They trade long and short. I mean, you could try it out. Angela says, didn't want to sound rude, homie. Apologies. No worries, man. Please, no. It's extremely hard to offend me, all right? You can literally say anything you want, and we're good. Because I will not say it like that. It just doesn't matter to me. If you're being rude, perhaps I will not answer your question no more from that point forward. Or if you're too rude, you get blocked. But if it's a joking manner, you say, hey, don't speak so loud, dumbass. Hey. I mean, I kind of understood. Maybe I was indeed being too loud. Perhaps don't put the dumbass there. But if you just say, hey, man, don't make so much noise. I understand. Anonymous, for example, just said, I have a headphone. I want to hear everything you say, so please don't make too much noise. Makes a lot of sense. And he says, please stop making the really annoying sound. All right. I appreciate the feedback. Now I know. We're getting rugged. Yeah, we are getting rugged. Cryptos are coming down hard, huh? No. Okay, let's put up a strategy here. The realistic strategy here is I have multiple long positions that I will open throughout time. Everything I've talked about in this video on the channel. So if you're wondering, Dusty, what's your strategy right now? Just take a look at Dusty Trades on the channel and you'll find out. I don't open any shorts because it's too risky. If you want to, there's certain strategies you can deploy here that might work. However, we saw one of the boys in the chat say, hey, I've just opened a short at 48 point whatever. So the only strategy that works for shorts is to look at new price discovery at high points and just try winging it. But then you're doubling down on like almost negative EVs in my opinion. Like you're opening shorts of positions like this, it's just risk plus. Because you're trying to trade the reverse, or you're trying to trade the point where things come crumbling back down. It's easier to trade when things are coming back up because you're in a bull market. So we know if we look forward in the next couple of weeks, we'll be up. That's a lot easier to do than trying to short and time it real quick because it's harder to add to your short positions. 62 billion BlackRock dump coming in 56 minutes. Why would that be? Why are you spamming that? What do you mean BlackRock dump incoming? My dad told me. Are we talking US dollars or Zimbabwe money, or what are we talking about here? 62 billion BlackRock dump. How do you define a 62 billion BlackRock dump? What does that mean? He's the BlackRock janitor. Nice. Mama, help, I'm scared of BlackRock. Nice. Guys, we're not doing so well, but it's all fine in the grand scheme of things. We had ourselves a little bit of volatility. Guys, I will leave it, though. Maybe tonight we're going for another stream. Maybe tonight we're just going for another video. I do not know. It depends on what happens, but I'll catch you guys up to date. However, soon enough, I'll be posting a airdrop video again. I'll post a top coins I'm buying video, and I'll post a couple of videos that hopefully will make you guys tons of money. If you guys are interested in that, you might want to subscribe because got cool stuff coming up. Price is coming down. It's not doing too nice, but there's not too much to report on except for, hey, price going down. And we don't have any crazy strategy except for just looking for the next position to open up some long positions. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the stream here, make sure you press that like button, but you don't have to, but you can. And most importantly, just tune back in whenever we're going for another stream soon. We'll probably be having one pretty soon again. And if you want to, you can check out the Discord as well, because in the Discord, we'll be doing cool giveaways soon for anybody that's participating in it. So a link to the Discord is down below. And I'll see you guys again in another one really, really soon. Cheers, everybody.